Hello guys, welcome back to the session and we will continue the session now. So in last session we have checked that we have created the Maven project and also we have added some dependencies in the POM XML file that are the Selenium, then TestNG and WebDriver manager. Now we will start with the next step. So first of all I will show you the screen. So this was the URL for what we are going to do the testing. Now as step 1 was to create the Maven project. Okay, first step was to create the Maven project and add the dependencies. Okay, so we have done the first step. Now second step is to add the folders like browser folder is there, but in this case we are not using the same browser, so we will go for the just test data and then report. Now after that we will go for next step, that is create the base class, then we will add some properties in that, and then also we will add the POM class also, that is page object model, page class we can say. In bracket I will write the page class. Okay, now after that we will go for test class, and then our first step will be to verify the website title. So whatever the title is there, so we can see that the title of this page will be this. Okay, and we have to verify this title and this logo also. This will be our first step for, so our first verification step will be like here we will write the test case. Test case 1, that is verify the URL and logo. In this case the logo is this swag lab and current URL is this. Okay, so step will be what? Open the browser, then put the URL and then verify the logo and close the browser. That's it. So this will be our steps. So we will head over to the Eclipse now. So afterwards we will close this one now for now. Okay, and now we will go to test Java, src test Java, and create one package and then name it like a library. Okay, then one more package we will create, page class, a page package, pages. Okay, and third one will be the test package, test, and then later we will create one folder in the project, that is the name of folder will be report. We will add the extend report dependencies also later, but first of all we will just create some of the first step also we will go for it, and then later we will start executing further test cases and add the dependencies also. For now we have know that these are these three packages we have added in the test Java, means src test Java. If you want, then you can keep these two packages or else folders, or else we can just delete it. We don't need this one, so we will just delete these two folders. Okay. Now in library we will add two classes. First class will be base class, and second class will be okay, and second class will be utility class. So in first of all we will go with the base class right now. So for base class, so as you know that what are the contents we keep in the base class. So common contents are that, common functions are there that we are keeping in the base class, like opening the browser, closing the browser. These are the some of the classes. These are the some of the steps we follow each before and after of each test cases execution. So here we can write one thing. So up to now what happens that you were keeping the this base class first initialization step before method in the test class itself, but there is one more way to do this. So just we will go for this initialization method. So first method we will create public name void and main. The name will be initialize browser. This is the main. Afterwards, as you know that we have gone through the one WebDriver manager we have added in the dependencies in the POM XML file. So we will use that one, WebDriver manager. We will import it. This io.github Bonnie Garcia, it's this one. Then dot Chrome driver, we are going for Chrome driver for now. Later we will go for another also by some of the logical way of parallel testing all. So for just for first step we are just starting ahead, so we are going to use the Chrome driver now. And then stop dot setup. Okay, so in this way we are setting up our browser now. Now we will create one instance of a WebDriver equal to new Chrome driver. We will import this also. Okay, WebDriver, and make sure it's a interface, so call that one. And then this is the class we will calling it. Now afterwards just we will mention some of the methods also. So we have to expand the means when we will open the browser, then it will open in the window. So we have to expand it, we have to maximize the window also. So we will use this driver.manage.window .maximize. Since by this the window will be open in the maximize format. Then later we have to mention the implicit wait also, implicitly wait, so that whenever we will open the website, that time it will take some time to load all the elements on that web page. So before that, for performing further actions, we will give some wait. So we will implement by this driver dot manage dot timeout dot implicitly wait. Here we will mention the timing that I will give 15 seconds, and in comma time unit dot seconds. And then we have to now the next step will be, then now this will be initialize the browser. Now we have to here open that URL also. So driver dot get URL. For now we will just give the hardcorely, we will use the data, like directly copy the URL from here and paste it here. In this way we are just implement we have just given some properties to this method. Now I want to do one thing, that this method should be run before each test cases. So what I will do, I will use the annotation before method. So this method will run before each test cases. Now next one will be after method. I have to run one more method after each of the test cases, that is public void tear down. In this method we will call that driver dot quit. So why we are getting this red? Okay, why this compiler error is coming? So this is because we haven't initialized this or declared this driver anywhere in this method or locally. So what we will do, we will create the global variable of this driver, but already we are using here also. So what we will do, we will just copy this and declare in the global declaration. We will do it and just delete this part. Now see, this driver is used in all the methods equally now. Okay, so this is the basic steps for the base class. We will just go for first step only. Gradually we will increase our level also. So first of all, we have just created one initialization method, and then tear down method. Tear down means to stop quit the browser also. Then now we have to save it, and we will go into page classes now. So here we will create one page in the page package, one class that is login page. We are out now in the login page. So we will create one page name page class here. Now as you know, this is the page where we are using the credentials of username and password and login. So this all the elements what are present in here, that will be used in the page class only. So this object repository we will create in the page class. So just here we will use the @find by annotation. Find by, this will be annotation. So what we are testing here first. So as we mentioned, that test case is that verify the URL logo. So URL will be directly, we can go for it at driver.get current URL, but for logo we need to specify the locator for that, address for that. So we will create one locator for this. So just hover here, inspect, right click and inspect, click on this button and hover to this. Here you can see div class equal to login page swag labs is there. We will just control and F. Here this new input text will be coming, /div square braces, inside the square braces @. So this is the tag name, and this is what we are going to give the attribute name. So attribute name is class and equal to and single quoted comma, and what we need, once again we can go for this logo. Okay, we have class is an attribute and the logo is the attribute value. We will just double click on it and control C, copy it, and just we will paste that inside the single quoted commas. So like that, this highlighted one is the address which we want to find out. So we will just copy it, this X path, and later on we will go on the page, and here we will just type the name X path equals to double quoted commas. Inside that we will paste it. So like that we can find the element of that particular address. Now we have to encapsulate this, we have to hide it from the test class, so that we can't call it in the another classes. So we will use the private access specifier. Afterwards, what we have we will give the name to this by web element, import it, and now what will be name, username, oh sorry, it's logo. So logo will be given, and that's it. So in this way, okay, we have to also import this find by. So in this way we have created one web element name which whose access is private, and now we have to create one constructor also, so that we can call it in the test class and initialize the methods from the test class itself. So for that we have to call the constructor in this class. So how we will call? Public, then the constructor name is the same what is the class name. So this will be public login page and then this is the constructor we have called. We don't have any return value. Okay, so now we will create one web driver. We will import this web driver also, and now we will use one method, page factory method, sorry. So page factory method will be called, class will be called, then dot initialize method will be there inside the page factory, that is initialize element. Now it accepts two parameters. So first parameter we will give is that driver through which it will work, and this will be for the constructor. So in this driver will be used for initializing this method. Okay, now this if you are clear with all this, already we have looked into our last session also in our classes, but now we are just implementing all those works in this new project only. Okay, then afterwards what will be the first step for this? Now we have to create one action classes. Action classes means what? We have to create methods, action methods we have to create. Action method means what? The whatever task you have to perform on the particular one element, that will be performed or that will be declared in this method only, this class login page class only. So what we have to do, we will create one method name with the name of verify the current URL, or we can say verify URL. So public void and name will be verify URL. So simply what we have to do, driver dot get URL. So it is not coming. Once again we have got one error, compile time error is this. So why it is coming? Because we have not declared or we have not declared any kind of driver variable in this method or in this class. So simply what we will do, one thing, we will call this base class into login page. But how? So we have to just extend it, we have to just inherit it. So extends base class. So this library will be added in this Okay, now we have to call it, still it is not giving us, because even though we have called it in the local global variable, still it is not applicable here. So what we will do, we will give the access of this by giving the public access. So I guess it will work now, but still I don't think so. It's working. Get the current URL. Okay, one more thing, we have to mention that this public WebDriver has only one way to get every properties into the driver, and we are mentioning this one in multiple classes also. For now, just now we have mentioned in the login page and pun, but in afterwards we will also going to mention it in the test class also. So because of that, what we will do, we will make the static. So like that, the property of this driver will be static for whole the different classes. So just for now, we will go for it, and driver.get URL, this will be the URL. Now we will create one variable of this URL, and we will create the local variable of this, create the local variable, that is the string, and we will give the return type of the string is URL. Okay, now we have to change this to string. So this method is returning the string value, and that string value is this string value. Okay, so this method, when we will call it in our test class, then we will call this class, this method where verify URL, and this verify URL method will be giving us this URL, whatever the current URL of that page will be. Afterwards, second will be, we have to verify the logo. After now we have to verify this logo also. So we will create one more method, public void, name will be verify logo method and curly braces. So as you know, we have created one web element, this logo. So we will just do it logo dot. Now we have to check whether it is presenting or not, displaying not. So we will call the method is displayed, and that's it. And we will give the create one local variable also. So for this we will create one local logo, no, I guess LG will be the logo name, and then for that create one logo that will be boolean, and then we will give the return type LG, and mention the return here as a boolean. So this method will return the boolean value of this method. Okay, so in this way we have created the page class of this, and we have mentioned two test cases for that. So further we will go for the test class. Now we have to just save it, and now we will go into test package and create one test class, name it like login page test. Okay, so this is the login page test. So earlier we were familiar with that. We were creating one before method, and then afterwards we will creating the test case, and test case test we will give to that method, and afterwards one more method we will call, that is after method, after method. But now what we have done, we have just mentioned those before and after methods in the base class itself. So we just want to just keep the test @test in this all the test scenarios or all the test cases what we are performing, that will be included in this only. So we don't need to call the before before method and before after method in this test class. So simply what we will do, we have to extend that base class here. So extends and base class. So in this way we have imported the test class base class here. Now we will create one test case here. So test case is what? Verify the URL and logo. So first we will do public void verify URL. But and then we will give @test. This annotation will be imported from the test.ng library. So this is the method we are going to initiate now. But for before that we have to mention we have to call those methods also from the page classes. But how we will call? So we have to create one object of that class, and then with the help of that object we will call the methods of that whatever will be there in that class. So for creation of that object we will just call the name of that object, that class, that is login page. So login page, and we will just call it login equal to new. But we will not mention here, we will just mention the global variable like that, and we will import it from the constructor. Sorry, login page. Okay, now here what we will do, one more thing we have to do, that before method also we can add one thing, that we have to load all these objects in that, load this class in that. So we will create one page class method public void setup, and this will be before method, no? So @before method. Okay, in this method we will call the URLs all the classes in that. So login equal to new login page with driver. Okay, now simply what we will do, in this method we will call those method what are present in the login page. So login dot our name is that verify logo. We are verify URL. Okay, verify URL will be the. Now we will create one actual URL. This will be the actual URL we will get from the testing, and we will create the local variable, name is string. Now another expected URL equal to login dot, sorry, this will be our expected, no? So for now we will create one hard data. Next time we will go for the properties file, but for now we will just create the hard data for now. This is the actual and this is the expected. Now we will create assertion here, import it assert from org.testng, assert equal, in that we will call the actual and expected. So this line will verify that the actual URL and expected URL are true or not. If they are equal, then we will get the pass. We will pass the test now. Okay. So this is the whole scenario. So till now what we have done, we have created one base class. In that we have mentioned the initialization of the browser, where we have used the WebDriver manager .chrome driver .setup. Then we have opened the browser in the maximize format, given the implicit weight, and given the URL to the driver.get URL. In after method, we are just mentioning the driver.quit so that it should quit the driver or quit the browser after test class. Then we created the login page, where we have mentioned one element and its access is private. So instead, in that way, we have created one encapsulation method here. Encapsulation we have used it. Then we have created one constructor who accept the parameter of WebDriver driver. And now page factory.init element will initialize the method of this class to the page class, test class. Now we created two methods. One method will verify the URL and second method will verify the logo. Okay. Then thirdly and lastly, we have created one test class. In that test class, we have extended the base class, where in base class before method and after methods are present. And one more method we created here with the name of setup, where all the test pages will be added here only. And then afterwards we will do the testing of that particular pages by creating one test class, test method. And then we have just called the methods from the page classes and then use the assertion. Now we will try to run this. So right click and run as test.ng. Okay. Let's see if the all things will be work or not. We will check it now. Now this will be open the browser. Okay, browser is open. It's okay. It's what quick, and as expected, we have got this test login page test verify URL. First test has been successfully completed. Now we will create one more test method, that is public void and then we will verify the logo. And then we will add and give the @test. Now logo, after giving it, we will call the method from that login page. So login dot verify logo. This is the method from the page class. Then what it will give, it will give the boolean value. So we will create one boolean local variable. So we will just call it a logo expected logo actual logo. And then expected will be true. So boolean expected logo equal to true. Now we will assert it. Assert equals expected logo and actual logo and expected logo. We will run one more time. It will open the Chrome browser. twice. Okay, and we have got the result in these two. First one is that verify logo, and second is that verify URL. So till here we have created the test cases. We will go further and we will add some more test cases, that are the testing of the login page of login credentials in multiple phases, like positive, negative, and some more scenarios we will check out in that page. So I hope you have understand all those techniques and all those processes what we have gone through. Let's see in the next video what we will go for it and how we will go for the login test scenarios. So till then, have a good day. Thank you.